Greetings, greetings, family. Greetings, greetings. Welcome and happy. Hey, Amber, how are you? Happy Monday, happy Monday. Whether you're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to invite you to do your water therapy now and join me. I have not done mine yet, so we'll do it as a collective this morning. Those of you who have been part of my community knows about the water therapy. We bless our water and then we drink it together. So go ahead, bless your water, request whatever it is you need from your water. Water is energy, and the words that we speak in it, we will get the results in our body. So I give gratitude for this water. I request that it will enter my body. It will heal things in my body that needs healing. It will help my spiritual growth. It will help in the mobility of my joints, the flexibility. It will also enhance each and every organ in my body. Anything that enters my system that is not for my greatest good will be flushed out as I drink this water. I ask that this water will enhance not only my physical sight, but also my spiritual vision. By hearing, seeing, and feeling that which is needed in me. Give thanks, and so it is. Bless your water, and let's drink. It is done, and so it is. Well, happy Monday, family. Happy Monday. I am Dr. Daphne Clarke-Hudson. I am a spiritual healer. I'm your why and soul purpose coach, guide, and consultant. I'm excited to be here this morning because all of last week, the Spirit did not have me to come live. So when I was called last night and to do this particular topic, I was excited because you guys know I enjoy being on here. So this morning, I will be going through 10 steps for starting over at any age. 10 steps for starting over at any age. Whether it is in business, whether it is in career, whether it is in relationships. 10 steps for starting over at any age. I'm asking each of you, regardless of which platform you are on, if you would be kind enough in sharing the I think I lost one of my oh one of my pictures fell off. Okay, you guys you like this? Okay, all right, just bear with me. Yeah, I'm putting making a kind of ambience behind me here. Okay, okay, there it goes. So those of you who are on the various platforms, I want to ask you for your support as I go through the 10 steps. If you would be kind enough to jot them in the comments for me. Is that Jamel? If you'll be kind enough to jot them in as I mentioned, I would appreciate it. All right? So we're doing 10 steps 10 steps for starting over. Ten steps for starting over at any age. All right, so those of you welcome, welcome. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Tiffany, for sharing. If you could go ahead and jot the numbers in for me, I would appreciate that because I haven't seen any of my moderators yet. So, we all know that starting over in any aspect of our lives is not normally a welcoming act for different reasons. Many individuals, I'm grateful to see somebody on Facebook. Go ahead and jot in help me out here by putting in the numbers as I go through them. Thank you very much. I so appreciate it. Many people do not welcome the act of starting over because of their egos, because of shame, and because of being ridiculed. Thank you, Mary. Thank you for sharing. However, I am here to tell you that once you decide that you want to start over, it's a decision you need to make, and we need to block out all of the other things that are coming at us. Why? Because what we are doing for ourselves and for our well-being. I know the universe have me speaking at this morning because what? This is for me. This is something I myself am going through right now. I willingly said yes to starting over. However, there are so many other things that are coming at me and hitting me. People, situations, circumstances. And this is happening to me after me running for 62 years from whom and what I am called to do. So, brace yourselves as I go through this discussion this morning, and as I go through as I go through this conversation and these 10 steps, you will probably trigger something in yourself and you can say, I had this experience too. All right? Now, the first step is to reflect over your past experience and accomplishments. Each and every time we need to do what I call take inventory of our lives. Take inventory of our relationships. Take inventory of our jobs, our businesses. Just look, just sit back and say, how has things been? Am I satisfied with the journey that I am on? Am I encouraged with the way I am living my life? Am I making a difference? Just reflect. And as you reflect, jot them down in your diary or your journal. Don't type them on your computer. And as you reflect, I'm going to encourage you to do this outside. Sit outside in nature. If you can go to the park, go to the park. Find a tree that attracts and speaks to you. And you go sit under that tree. And you just reflect on, hey, Rhoda, how are you, Queen? Reflect on the journey you have been on. So reflect on your past experiences and your accomplishments. Now, good morning, Moga. After you do that, regardless of what you come up with during that reflection, do not go about beating up on yourselves when you identify something that goes differently from what you was expecting. Remember that life is a journey. And when we are on a journey, we all travel it a different way. Some walk, some take bus, some take train, some take plane. Regardless of how we travel the journey, we need to appreciate it. So the first step on this 10-step process of starting over is to reflect on past experiences and accomplishments. Step number 2, you probably had not done this before, but this time, when you're looking to start over, I want you to begin to adopt a lifestyle of gratitude. A lifestyle of gratitude. Not only for the big things, but for the small things. For example, this morning you wake up. The minute you see the reflection of the sun, the rays coming through your window or your curtain. For those of you that live on Jamaica or other rural countries, you probably depend on the crowing of the roosters to wake up. The minute you hear that, you give thanks to the universe for waking you up. Because you know what? It's not an entitlement. Life is not an entitlement. It's a privilege that you and I get every day for waking up. So why not begin to adopt the gratitude lifestyle? So number 2, those of you who are scribing for me, number 2 is to begin a lifestyle of gratitude. Number 3, I know that the men really don't like that, but I'm encouraging you. Begin to write things. I have this brown journal that I encourage men to use. Why? Because it can fit in your pockets. It fits in your jacket pocket. Journal, journal, journal. Write things down. Write them down. Because once you write things down, you are emptying out your system and you are making room for more. You are creating room for more creativity. So write things down. Write things down. So those of you who are just joining, Step number one was to reflect on your past experiences and accomplishments. Number two is to begin to live a gratitude lifestyle. Number three is journaling. And number four is to practice mindfulness. Practice mindfulness. Get into meditation. You don't need to be a guru to meditate. You don't have to be a monk. Get into the stillness of who you are. When I speak about meditation, that's what I mean. People say, oh, well, I can't meditate. I can't get in the pose. Listen, that has nothing to do with it. Get outside, walk. If you live by the ocean, go and walk on the sand. Communicate with the water. Listen to the birds. Go outside. For those of us who do not have the privilege of being by the water, when I was in Connecticut, I loved living by the lake. I had the opportunity to commune with the water, to go to the lake and to just sit and listen to the water. You probably have heard me said it before. Many of my best writings was always done by the lake. My videos was always done by the lake. Because water triggers and stimulates all of my energy. So get into the practice of mindfulness. Meditate, meditate, meditate. I was speaking with a sister friend yesterday. She dropped off her only baby girl for college. And she called me on her way driving back home. She lives in Massachusetts and she took her baby to college in New York. And she called me and we were talking. And the Spirit told me to discuss with her many of these points that I'm talking about here. And when I got to the meditation part, she said, wow, that's interesting. That's this confirmation. Because just last night while I was at the hotel, I began meditating. This is a true confirmation about what I'm supposed to be doing. Because for my friend, it's like starting over now. It's just her alone. She's single. And her baby girl is not in there with her anymore. She says, sis, thank you so much because this is my time to fly. It is also my daughter's time to fly. And now it is my time to fly, she said to me. So each and now, it is our time to fly. Do not allow anything or anyone to clip your wings. Do not allow anyone to clip your wings because it's your time to fly. Number 5, as you work on these steps to starting over, at the beginning, I mentioned you are doing this for yourselves. Decide on what actions you will need to take. What actions will you need to take so that you can finish this plan for yourself? What action will you need to take? How long will you commit to working on this change? Are you committing to be patient with yourselves? Are you willing to go the distance? Are you willing to do everything that is required? Remember, this is for you. This is for you. And number 6, what help and resources will you need? What help and resources will you need? Yes, starting over will require us to invest in the outcomes that we are looking for. It means that we will need to put some revenue. We will more than likely need to go to some retreats. Our self-care will need to be adjusted and modified because many of the women, we look after everybody else and we neglect ourselves. So we got to say, what are we going to be doing for ourselves? And what do I need to contribute to that? As we start over and work on ourselves, we are starting from the inside out, because majority of our lives we have only been focusing on the outside. Nice clothes, nice designer stuff, nice wigs, nice nails, and nothing goes on the inside. Now I'm here to encourage you, to tell you this time, with these 10 steps and with your commitment of starting over, this is the time when you're going to begin working from the inside. Working from the inside. And I am here to tell you, working from the inside when you have never done it is going to require courage. It will require courage. So you got to buckle your belt. You got to tighten your belt, knowing that this step is not going to be easy, but I still got to do it. Why? Because I want to develop me. I have a saying, when I used to live in Connecticut and I would go to restaurants by myself, And the waiter or person would always say to me, they see me sitting by myself, but they always come with more than one set of cutlery. And who is joining you, ma'am? I said, just me, myself, and I. Only the three of us today. And they always get a nice chuckle out of it. And it's the same thing when we do our personal development and we are ready to start over. We are doing it for me, myself, and I. Good morning, Leah. Would you grant me the favor of jotting these numbers down in there for me, scribe? I am going to list them over again. And if you would just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Would you do that for me, please, Queen? Tell me yes so I know if you're willing to do it. Yes, please. Thank you. So the topic I already have there, 10 steps for starting over at any age. The first one is reflect. Number 1, reflect on our past experiences and accomplishments. Thank you, universe, for sending Leah. Number 1, reflecting on past experiences and accomplishments. Reflecting on past experiences and accomplishments. Number 2, you got it, Leah? Number 2, start a gratitude lifestyle. I haven't seen you, Leah. Okay. Gratitude lifestyle is number 2. I'm going to do them a little shorter so you can write it up quicker. Gratitude lifestyle is number 2. Bear with us, those of you who are just joining. Number 3 is journaling. Yes, thank you, Leah. Number 4, practice mindfulness / meditation. Number 5, decide this. Number 4, meditation or mindfulness. Thank you, Leah. I so appreciate you, Queen. Number 5, decide on what action plan you will use. What's your action plan? And number 6, what help and resources will you need? Decide on the action plan is number 5. Decide action plan. And number 6, what help or resource is needed? Nice. Thank you, Leah. Now we are going to go. Thank you guys for your patience. And now we're going to go to number 7. Number 7 is, what budget is needed for your investment in you? what budget is needed. It might be for a coach, it might be for a mentor, it might be to be part of a mastermind group, it might be to go to different training, it might be to build a library. I miss my library so much because I'm living in a temporary situation and all my things are still in storage. I just have limited books and just the new ones that I'm buying now. I miss my library, and when you build your library, you are going to realize how beneficial it is. So, what budget do you need, and what will you spend that budget on? Number 8, what's your goal? Why you decide I want to start over? What's your goal? Get focus. Don't be starting over because you're envious about what somebody else is accomplishing. Don't be starting over because your siblings are doing something and you get jealous about it. Start over because you are not where you need to be when it comes to your life calling and purpose. I have worked with many people over these many years that I have been on this journey. Many of my clients never started working on their purpose until they retired their career for many different reasons. For many different reasons. Some of you might find yourself have a hobby that once you start over, that's going to be your main business. These two images behind me are done by a friend of mine in Connecticut. This friend used to be the superintendent of schools, Dr. Bill Glass. Bill used to love to take pictures, beautiful pictures, beautiful images. And when Bill retired, this now becomes his business. He has a beautiful gallery. And look at those pictures. You can check him out. Dr. Bill Glass. I don't know what it is your hobby is, but a lot of times your hobby has to do with your calling and purpose. That thing that you are volunteering to do to make a difference and to be of service. Once you said, no, I'm not getting satisfaction in my heart from my work. Now I need some satisfaction. So what's your goal for starting over? Number 9, when you look back over the step number 1, when you reflected and look back, are there things on that list that you can now take into this new plan for yourself? Are there things that you can now use as you start over? Starting over It's going to open your eyes and your hearts to things that you probably didn't even pay attention to. The relationships that you have built over your lifetime. Now is your time. Now is your time to call everybody up and to say, listen, I'm starting over. Here is what I'm doing. Here is how you fit into it. Let me tell you something. Spirit just said to me, share your experience with them. And those of you who probably don't know, I started off on a new design assignment last September. I was sent to a new state. I have lost some relationships during the process. Why? Because I was no longer the old Daphne that they are accustomed to. I am being labeled. I'm being cast out. I've been told that there are folks who are concerned about my eternal soul as I continue to work on the path that God created me for. Although I ran from that for 62 years, I had to smile. And I have to say, God, thank you for the work that you have me doing. I said yes to the universe, not to man, not to woman. I said yes to the universe. And nobody labeling, and nobody prejudice, and nobody religious manipulation is going to push me back in the closet away from service to mankind. I'm saying this without apology. And those of you who can embrace it and accept it will understand what I'm saying. If I never, ever place my solid feet in another church building, I am the biggest church there is. I am the biggest church there is. Right now, as you are listening to the sound of my voice, I'm speaking on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. I am serving human beings. I am serving people. I am helping to empower people and to help people to heal as I heal myself. And I tell you, the universe is amazing, because had I received a letter like that years ago, I would not be able to deal with it, because the old me, the old religious me would have risen. Who dare you to talk about my eternal soul? But listen, when you surrender to your true calling and purpose, you can withstand all of what others will say, others who don't understand what your true life calling and purpose is about. And number 10, be sure. Number 10, be sure. Again, be sure, be certain. Whomever you use as a guide, it might be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a confidant, or even a close friend. Because as you begin to start over, you're going to be walking with new people. You're going to be dining with new people. You're going to be laughing with new people. You're going to be associating with new people. You're going to be vacationing with new people. Some of you are also going to be in intimate relationships with new people, regardless of which umbrella all of these new people fall under. Make sure they are people that challenge you. Make sure they are people who challenge you. So whomever you get as a coach, as a mentor, that's number 10. Make sure they challenge you. Part of that challenge is make sure you are stretching. When you're in their company, make sure your minds and your hearts are being stimulated. Leah, thank you, Queen. Mwah, 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 mwah. I love you, Queen. Thank you so much. Make sure you are growing as you are in this company. Because you know what? Starting over is not for punks. Once we start over, we have now built the courage that we never had before. We can now unapologetically say, I am free. I am free. Thank God I'm free at last. I am setting myself free from all of the bondage, all of the manipulations. I can now go out and research for myself. I can acquire. Hey, oh my God, that's you, Queen. Mwah. How are you, my darling? Oh, my Lord. Thank you, family. Thank you, my sister, Queen. Thank you. Can you go ahead and write my Linktree, linktr.ee, or maybe I can write that myself. Linktree / Dynamic Daphne, and post that there. Oh, look, I didn't even realize that was you, but thank you for reminding me. Yes. So you see, relationships. And let me tell you guys something else. Listen, guys, I want all of you to please help me to build my YouTube channel. I'm also getting ready to do something new. I am getting ready to start an online school where I teach different courses and trainings. I want you all support, because the universe is telling me you are of service to people all over the world. I answered the call. I said yes. Listen, and let me tell you all something. I no longer have a team. So I will be doing all of this by myself until the universe bring me help in hand. So those of you out there that have skills that can help me to spread my wings and do what I need to do, I'm asking for your help. Like Trina stepped forth this morning, and she helped me. Trina and I met through another sister friend from the UK. This is the power. When we step forth to do the work, when we step forth to do the work that we are called for, the universe compensates us by sending us assistance. So, anything that you want to see me give a course about, I want you to send me a message or type it in any of the comments when you watch the videos. I want each and every one of us to come together, because you know what? You and I, we are in this together. We are in this together. We are in this together. And whatever it is that you can do, you all know that I do not multitask. That's another thing I'm working on. I'm looking to type this thing. Just bear with me. All right. So I got the I typed the link tree in. All right. So guys, yeah, that was the little spiel. I went off on a tangent there. Any questions? Anyone has any quick questions you want to jot in there? So again, just to summarize the steps, reflect on your past experiences, number one, and accomplishments. Live a gratitude lifestyle. Do your journaling. Practice mindfulness and meditation. And listen, some of these steps might be new for you. Take your time. There's no rush. Take your time. Don't get too busy. Take your time. Quiet time. Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. Practice mindfulness. Decide on what action plan you will be working with. What resources do you need? Is there a budget for the investment, and how will you spend that budget? What's your goal? Is there things from the first list where you reflect that you can use now as you work on starting over? And make sure the people you are working with, that they will challenge you in a way that you grow, not to give you drama, but to give you thought-provoking activities. The conversations need to be empowering. The conversations need to be conversations of substance, not gossiping and all of that. Remember, starting over is about doing the inner work. Starting over is about doing the inner work. And as you do the inner work, you are doing it for yourself. As we start over, this is the time when we will be required to put blinders on. Why? Because we got to block out all of the naysayers and focus on the prize. So if you're just joining, I hope you will take advantage of the replay. I hope you will share it with your networks. For those of you who are new to me, thank you, Queen. What mornings are you planning on go live? Trina, you know I wait on the universe to tell me when to go live, because I used to go every day, and then the universe set me down. There are some things I needed to be doing to work with me. So all of last week, I was antsy to go live, and I was not released to go live. And then last night, the Spirit released me to come on to go live. So you have my number there. My number is in my bio. However, when I go live in the mornings, set your notifications, because normally in the mornings, it is always at 6 a.m. Eastern. 6 a.m. Eastern. So please note that time. Note that time. And I think you are in a different time zone. You are what? What time is it for you now, Trina? I think you're in Pacific time. I don't remember. Yes, family. So I love and appreciate. Okay, we are in Eastern. Okay. So it is now 7 p.m. Oh no. Oh boy. 7 a.m. So when I'm going live in the mornings, it is going to be 6 a.m. 6 a.m. So any questions? Anyone has any questions they want to ask real quick on any of the platforms I'm looking? Instagram. Good morning, Faye. Faye Bank, good morning, Queen. Okay. Trina, are you going to be on my YouTube is an hour. So I'm going to end on YouTube. Do you have any questions or suggestion or anything to say before I end YouTube? I have to honor you, Queen. You're a great blessing to me for coming on this morning and helping me to scribe. I appreciate you. I love you, Queen. Let me go ahead and put my books inside there. Okay, so this is my booksy on here. Maybe a class on working through past trauma and also getting into a divine femininity. I love that. I love that. Look on Trina, look on my, because I think there are 4 or 5 on books that I think I'm going to move into the school. Look on there if you see anything on there that fit that. I'm already working on the first course, but message me with that. I want to include that in the curriculum. And maybe I can invite Sophie to be one of the teachers on that. I love that. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Are you coming over on TikTok? All right, let me end on StreamYard. So many times women turn into tune into divine masculine because of. Yes, yesterday we were having that conversation with my friend because she said that she realized that when she's at work she was tapping into her divine masculine, and when she left work she was flipping back to her feminine energy. Yes, yes, I will join you and there, Queen. All right, I love this. I love this, Trina. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So, for all my people on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook, thank you so very much. Keep your messages coming. Keep sharing my channel and my platforms with your communities. Why? Because I am here to show you love. I am here to provide you with wisdom and insight. I will never come before you unless I'm providing insight and wisdom. Why? Because that's what will help us all heal. This work for me is not work as usual. It is making a difference and making an impact. Kindly connect with me by clicking my linktree/dynamic Daphne. For those of you that are looking to book a consultation, I appreciate you. And again, know that all of the people who are messaging you that they are me and want to do a reading for you, that's not me. All my appointments are only done through my Booksy site or my website. So please, the other day when my account was suspended, I realized there is like 13 accounts created under my name. Know that those people are scammers. All right? So report them. I don't know what can be done, but do not send your money to those people. You see me and know me, you know who I am. If you don't see me in all of my authenticity, it's not me rolling up on you. So I'm still on Instagram and TikTok. I'm just ending over on YouTube. Love you guys. Hey Moga, you can come into the TikTok live. I'm ending my YouTube now. All right.